This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. The investigation continues in the Southcrest neighborhood, where investigators say multiple sets of human remains have been found. This was the scene yesterday as multiple agencies were there at the home. 74-year-old Dwight Roan has been named as a person of interest. He is currently in custody and expected in court this week to face murder charges in a case dating back to 2023. NBC7's Dana Williams is there in Southcrest now. Dana, what have you learned?
Monica, we just learned in the last hour or so that there is not going to be a press conference today, and the district attorney's office has taken over handling any and all communication on this case, and they continue to be very tight-lipped with developments. What we do know, this is day 3 of this investigation. It all started on Tuesday, and it was yesterday that we were able to get a bird's eye perspective from our chopper of investigators pulling evidence from the yard and what seemed to be underneath the house. We've since learned from sources close to the investigation that multiple sets of human remains have been uncovered. And you mentioned it, the person of interest in this case is Dwight Roan, who's currently in jail for a murder that happened in 2023. In that case, he's accused of shooting, killing, and burning a man. And years ago, he did live here at this house on the end of Newton Avenue. It has since been remodeled, and a new family is living inside. They say on Tuesday, that's when the law enforcement show up to their door with a warrant, and they said new evidence led them here. We will obviously be on this all day trying to get you the latest information. And something new this morning that we did notice, NCIS has at least 2 investigators here. We're working rapidly to try to figure out what their involvement is. But for now, from Southcrest, I'm Dana Williams, NBC.
All right. Thank you so much, Dana. It is a familiar sight along our coast, but still attracts attention. A panga boat washed up at Windansea Beach. Witnesses saw an empty boat with what looked like containers or fuel for the motor. They also say they saw life jackets in nearby bushes, and lifeguards told them they belonged to the occupants of that boat. The boat was empty. There were no reports of anyone who was detained. This is the latest in a string of recent panga boat incidents along our coastline. You may remember just last month when a panga boat capsized in Imperial Beach and 4 people died. The man accused of the hit and run that killed an 11-year-old boy in Escondido pleaded not guilty to a federal hit and run charge. Hector Balderas is accused of hitting Aiden Antonio Torres de Paz on the night before Thanksgiving, then driving off. Balderas is also accused of being in the U.S. illegally. ICE says he has been deported 4 times. During the hearing, bail was raised from $100,000 to $300,000.
We believe that defendant poses a flight risk based on his conduct in this case, fleeing the scene, the fact that he's transient, and then he was also born in Mexico.
A statement from the Escondido Police Department says tips from the public led to his arrest. He could face 4 years in state prison if he is found guilty. Meteorologist Angelica Campos joins us now with a look at your forecast. Hi there.
Hi, Monica. We did have some pretty good Santa Ana winds last night, averaging between 25 to 40 miles per hour. The winds peaked in the mountains, but now, as you can see, the skies are clear. We did have some high clouds this morning, but everything's starting to move out of the area as high pressure develops. The winds themselves are not going to be a problem for the afternoon. They're actually getting weaker as we go hour by hour. You'll notice the difference. So we're going to see those winds still out of the northeast between 5-10 miles per hour for the coast, with temperatures in the low 70s, around 72 degrees in our inland communities. Mountains, you'll average in the low 50s this afternoon and around 67 in the deserts. Now, as we break it down hour by hour, what you can expect for the coast this afternoon is also a negative tide, because we have king tides due to the astronomical changes with the full moon and the proximity to the earth. As we go through the afternoon, a great afternoon to go outside, enjoy a walk in those negative tides. 67 degrees at 3, 64 at 5. It is going to stay clear. And today, really the warmer day out of the 2. As we go into our inland valleys, we're going to see those temperatures around 70, 64 between 3 and 5. So temperatures cooling down as we go into the evening, mostly clear with temperatures in the mid 50s. And we'll give you a breakdown of what to expect. But for this afternoon, we're going to see those weak Santa Ana winds, sunny skies, patchy fog moving in tonight. We'll have the rest of your forecast coming up. Monica.
All right. Thank you, Angelica. Local military families will soon get the support they need, all just in time for the holiday season. The project that hopes to ease the burden for families. That's coming up next. Stay with us.
You count on the NBC7 team to kick off your day
I'm Stephen Luke alongside Marianne Kushi.
and help prepare you for the unexpected.
So weather alert this morning.
You count on updates on the big stories in our community
This is a story we have been covering for weeks now.
and seeing their impact on your life.
Tariffs are a major issue for San Diego.
This is going to impact me directly.
You count on solutions for the day ahead
And we have lots to tell you about.
because you need to make the most of your mornings. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Welcome back. A San Diego nonprofit organization that offers financial support to military families just got larger. Support the Enlisted Project, known as STEP, moved into a new national headquarters building in Mira Mesa this morning. NBC7's MG Perez shows us how the move comes just in time for the holidays when help is needed most.
These volunteers are members of Santa's Army of Elves, unpacking boxes of items that will go into buckets of holiday gifts for more than 200 military families across San Diego County.
It helps the families put together a Christmas that they can be proud of, but at the same
Tony
time...
Teravainen is CEO and co-founder of STEP, which stands for Support the Enlisted Project. He retired from the U.S. Navy and in 2012 started the nonprofit that provides finances for military families living paycheck to paycheck and sometimes not making it.
We can help get the electricity turned back on. We can get the car out of the transmission shop. We can help put food on the table. We can help you through this crisis.
Private and corporate donations fund the program that also provides basic needs like diapers, household items, and non-perishable goods. This is the brand new warehouse and office building with 15,300 feet of space where miracles can be made. It's double the size of their old home, which means twice as many opportunities to help more families in crisis and to educate them on long-term financial literacy.
The financial counseling is really set up to help families get through a financial crisis in a way that makes it their last crisis. So our financial counselors are social workers, and they're really in a good position to be able to help each of these families manage the emotional crisis that goes with this financial crisis.
STEP is taking a big step to take this program nationwide. Military families are already being served here in Southern California, Washington State, Oregon, and Hawaii. By the end of the decade, they hope to be in Colorado and Texas, too. For now, the elves are creating Christmas for families and inspiring many other people to donate what they can. Ron Haidt stopped by this morning to drop off a check. He's had family members who served, along with friends who did not make it back from war.
I lost some friends in Vietnam when I was after high school, back in the 70s. And so it's just, I think it's a really good charity. And I know they don't get paid what they're worth.
The holiday spirit alive and well, with even more space to grow. MG Perez, NBC7.
Nice service there. We'll have a look at your weather forecast right after this.
NBC7 and Telemundo 20. Weather coverage you count on. You count on accuracy.
The winds are going to be increasing.
You count on these experts.
Take a look here at our future weather.
In 2 languages. You count on innovative tech.
You look at our first alert Doppler radar.
From a team you depend on.
Dry conditions to round out this week.
You count on early warnings.
Because we had pretty significant rain.
Because you know every second counts.
It just kept getting worse and worse.
This is First Alert Weather. This is coverage you count on. Only on NBC7 and Telemundo 20.
A sunny and dry afternoon with Santa Ana winds getting weaker and weaker this afternoon. As we head into tomorrow, tracking king tides early in the morning and those negative tides in the afternoon. It will be a little bit cooler tomorrow in comparison to today. And then heading into next week, warmer temperatures. We could even see more 80s in our inland communities. As we go through the afternoon in downtown San Diego, temperatures dropping to the low 60s under those clear conditions. But tonight, we could see some areas of patchy fog, especially near the coast. Other than that, mostly clear, temperatures down to 43. Tomorrow, we have our Toys for Tots, and make sure to come and make your drop-ins. Bring all the toys. We need them. The conditions are going to stay dry all the way into the weekend. Monica?
All right. Yes. Good reminder, Angelica. Thank you so much. More coverage you count on at NBC7.com. Thanks for watching, everyone.